Yeah, so if we see right here, right, so this form of socialism, right, if we look here where the arrow is pointing, uh, it proves, it makes this basically critique of what Marx had talked about in the first two sections, right? So capitalism has the disastrous effects, right, after its productive effects, right, of machinery and division of labor, the concentration of the capital in the 1%, overproduction and crises, right? They point out the inevitable ruin of the petty bourgeois and the peasant, the misery of the proletariat, anarchy in production, inequalities, etc., 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 right? So that is the critique of capitalism that Marx and Engels make in the first two sections. It is made by socialists as well, by democratic socialists, by liberals as well, right? But they here, if you look at the next paragraph, right, they do nothing about it, right? They are socialism, or this form of socialism, still believes in capitalism, still believes in bourgeois capitalism. So this is a critique that Marx and Engels have, where they're basically saying, you're not communist enough, right? That you're basically reactionary. You've been co-opted by capitalism, and you're making an argument for capitalism. In the long run, even if in the short run it seems somewhat different, right? So this form of socialism is both reactionary and utopian. Uh, and then we see this little rhetorical flourish here. Uh, Ultimately, when stubborn historical facts had dispersed all intoxicating effects of self-deception, this form of socialism ended in a miserable fit of the blues. Okay, so nice little translation there using the blues. Okay, and then they move to German or true socialism, right? So this is getting into the contemporary time for Marx and Engels. So they are both German. They are in 1848 or 1847 when they're writing this. Uh, there, there is a crisis of democratic and excuse me, aristocratic capitalism at this time. So there are revolutions breaking out. So after the revolutions, the American Revolution, the 100-year period from the Glorious Revolution, 1688 in England, to the American Revolution in 1776, to the French Revolution in 1789, there had been this, a restoration of sort of conservative governments after that. But in 1848, things start to break down again, and there are democratic revolutions that break out.